When an unlikely trio get the fallen armor of a demigod, they have to band together and fight the god of manipulation.
Ooh.
But first...
Hey, I'm Lloyd.
And I'm Natasha.
From Konkrete Comics.
And welcome back
to another episode
of
What We're Reading. And today we're reading The Armor of the Gods by Hidden Tree Comics.
Before we get started, if you like comic books, indie comic books, and you like to get some recommendations, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Like this video and share it with somebody else that you think would be interested in the following story that we're about to talk about. And of course, we're Konkrete Comics. We have a Patreon. But more on that at the end of the video.
Yes, so starting with the cover. Cover looks really good. I am a sucker for like white space. I am a sucker for it. So I really love how much we got, though I think this is how I worded it, a bit spoilery in regards to what the cover is, right? Because even when you go into the first couple pages, it's like, oh, okay, I know what's going to happen now.
But to be fair, the back of the book.
Now, the back of the book
also
does
gives you an overview of the story.
The story as a whole, yeah.
So we know that part anyway.
Yeah. So I probably would, cover looks great. Let's start there. The artwork is phenomenal. The color, everything pops. And the very ethereal feel, I think you get, right? You get, obviously we're talking about demigods, these, larger than life beings and stuff like that. And again, that white space with kind of the power poses that the three characters are in. And you have, almost in this triangular shape, right, of hierarchy of what abilities and stuff that they're going to have throughout the course of the story. I think it was really well done. I like it. And I don't want to ramble on it too much. I really do
I like the placement of the colors and everything.
Yes. So yeah, you get a feel for what the story is going to be about. But again, talking about the spoilery bits there, you can see where the story is going from the cover and of course accompanied by the back cover before you even start reading it. But
to be fair, also, we'll get to that when we talk about the story itself.
The story itself. Let's get to interior art. Ooh. They did not spare any expense with that artwork. I think it was really well done.
I think it was beautiful art. I think it fit the theme very well.
Very much so.
I think it was a bit dark, and I don't mean in tone, I mean in color. And I don't mind dark in color.
Zack Snyder's color, bro. Like that's like if I'm gonna give an actual thing, kind of when it got to that last fight scene.
But but I think for me, even with that, that's a lot of gray tones and black with whites in the background. This was a lot of dark blues and blacks and
fighting at night.
So for me personally, it made certain scenes hard to see.
Yeah. In
those instances. Now there were other parts where the color was
really popped.
White and black more so with some color. And I understand why it was different too there.
Yeah. Because
the characters that were featured in those parts of the story versus the rest of the story, like it really works. So for me personally, especially as someone who has a hard time seeing in general, someone who is visually impaired, those darker colors just didn't work for me overall.
Yeah.
I think with some more light colors in between the action, definitely would have worked. That would have
worked, yeah. But I get what they were trying to do.
Oh, I definitely get it.
I
think it was
very,
a great idea.
Very realistic in regards to what it would look like if they were fighting at night, or with the lighting and stuff like that. But of course, for us visually impaired folks, it was a bit difficult. But either way, the artwork looks absolutely great. The colors look great. Could use a little bit of brightening up in certain spots, but very well done. Definitely love it. So, on to the story.
Of course, we get the whole, as he calls it, spoilery thing on the cover. Back that, also on the front cover, but also on the back cover, where it summarizes essentially what the whole story is going to be about. I don't think it really spoils much in terms of the long-term story. It's just giving you the overview of the story. However, because we know that, what we're expecting in this first issue may be a little bit different from what we get. I love the opening where we open on this almost grandiose thing of our resident demigod. And what
starts off straight with action.
Fighting, action, the demigod comes forth and we're like, oh, okay, dang, what's about to happen? And then we go to our titular main character, Lafayette, who is a high schooler who lives with his brother and his brother's wife, so I guess his sister-in-law. And, he is our, as they put it, charismatic protagonist.
Yes.
And he is definitely a fun kid. He's obviously going through some, he's being raised by his brother.
Yeah.
And so, whenever that's the case, that means somebody lost parents
and stuff.
And so he's probably, going through it. I don't know how long he's lived with his brother.
Yeah.
But,
and I love, just to kind of piggyback off of that, the fact that we got so much of their world in that first issue.
Right.
Very well and concisely done, where there wasn't too much back and forth. It was, hey, Lafayette, younger brother to this guy. They have their differences because the older brother is a cop. Nothing was forced.
Seems like, a lot of
genuine
times it's like, oh yeah, that's dad. And so somebody has to put in this throwaway line of, haha, yeah, big bro and little bro.
Right,
and it's like, no, because we are getting a picture of Lafayette's personality, it's very seamless into how we figure out that that's his brother.
Yes. So,
and then we get the rest of his day, his daily activities, what's going on in his life and everything.
He feels like a real teenager.
He does.
I have to give him props. They did a really good job.
Don't know how to write teenagers.
Right. He did a really good job of conveying he's a teenager. There's not this overly angsty feel to him. It's just, I went and did what I ain't had no business doing. I was out late. Okay, I'm in trouble. And the witty comeback, like everything was just right. And like you didn't have to, felt like there wasn't no overselling of the fact that he was a teenager. There was no overselling of the fact that that's his brother. Like, yeah.
Right. It felt a lot like these videos I've been seeing actually on Instagram lately of this teacher, which is funny because he's a teacher who actually teaches here. In the area.
Oh, wow.
And it's just showing his daily life as a teacher with these teenagers and stuff. And he felt a lot like those kids that he was showing in the videos.
Yeah. Yes.
But then it also reminds me of a conversation we just had last night about how obviously some of these movie writers don't understand how schools work.
Yes.
Because I'm sorry, how are all these kids in all these movies always just walking into the school on a weekend when the schools are closed?
Talking about
them doors are locked.
Yeah, it's like this is not how this works. You can't just walk into the school on a Saturday and just be chill. Yes, very well done. The story is great. The characters are very believable, and I can't wait to see how they are actually thrust into the main narrative
and how they take to it.
Yes,
how they adapt to the struggle that they're going to have to go through.
And
I'm excited
for what's to come. And I think we kind of stepped into pacing with that just now. Just talking about the story beats with it in regards to starting off with the action. We pick up with Lafayette, we see that, and then of course how the rest of the story transpires.
Goes through the rest of his day as he gets up, as he goes to school, as he talks to his brother, as everything goes by. It's just mostly very seamless.
It really was. We really got taken through the night before, the start, beginning, middle of into the end of the day of one day, and it didn't feel like a whole day. It just flowed, man. So yeah, the pacing really well done. Some of the best pacing I think in recent memory.
There was just one part that threw me where I was just like, wait, and I just kind of had to go back real quick and look, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was confused, and then I just realized, okay, we've just skipped a little bit.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Very well done. Hidden Trees, y'all did a great job. Malik did a very fantastic job with the story. Keep up good work. Can't wait to see what comes out next for us. The Armor of the God.
I hope you guys enjoyed that analysis. Of course, remember we are Midnight Comics. You can follow us on social media everywhere at Midnight X Comics, except for Facebook. And if you want to find us and listen to our podcast on Spotify, where we are just Midnight Comics. Check out all of our books, posters, and merch at www.midnightcomics.org. And of course, we have so much more going on.
Yes, like our Indie Breakdown, Indie Versus series, where we basically take your favorite indie comic book characters, break down their stats, powers, and abilities, and determine who would win in Indie Versus matchup. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, of course, check out our Facebook page, where it's Indie Breakdown, Indie Versus on there, or of course you can visit midnightcomics.org if you're interested in signing up to have your character be broken down. More information on that, of course, on the website. And
of course, you can get early access to those episodes when you join our Patreon. On Patreon, you can get early access to episodes of everything we do, with the exception of this. And of course, you can also join us for our character creation nights, where you can create your own character within our universe that you completely own. You can also join us for our What If Wednesdays live. Tell us what you think about the what ifs and what you think would happen in these what ifs. And you can join us for script readings, where you can get a sneak peek into the future of what's to come in our stories.
Yes, and so while you're getting involved with that, there's one thing that we do want to segue into and remind you guys of, that Midnight Adventures will be coming soon. It has been getting worked on. Little things hiccup in between, but however, that's been dealt with, and now be prepared as those begin to release here really soon. That being said, everybody, remember, until next time, Midnight is coming. I don't know why. Brooks. Set.
Summer night, it's summer night. She left me so late, should've spent the night. No need to hit volleys, I'm working her body out, said she in
Kroger's.